Cleveland, as well as Marcus Hill on the backfield. 3 setback formation this time. Pyle will take the direct snap. High snap this time. Pyle rushes far side, has a hole across the 40, still on his feet, and down at the 41.
And that was a big tackle by Josh Stillion there. Really, Gabe Cleveland was out leading. Pyle was right behind him and had that huge hole that you mentioned. But a big tackle in the open field by Stillion to reduce that and not allow him to pick up a first.
So here we go, 2nd and 4 after the good yardage, 6 yards by Chris Pyle. Caleb Hiss will check into the game for the Bobcats. He's the cornerback on the near side part of the screen now. I formation set, 2 receivers split, everybody up on the line, 3 linebackers. This time Drew Potter jumps the snap and it's going to hand off and it's going to bite him. He's going to bite him as he gets across the first down marker and close to the midfield. It's Chris Pyle.
Chris Pyle, an explosive back, takes the handoff, hits the hole right away. As you mentioned, Drew Potter came in over the line of scrimmage leaping like a hurdler, and he had a shot at Pyle, but by the time Pyle got that football, he was gone, and Drew Potter, not much you can do about that.
Chris Pyle, the little man at just 156 pounds, a senior back, has come as advertised so far here today. 5:25 left to go. Third quarter play, 15-15. 1st and 10, ball on the Cardinal 49-yard line, working right to left. I formation set this time. Handoff Pyle, backfield, working behind his right tackle. Rumbles and bumbles and squirts forward towards the 48.
And that's a big stop. The Bobcats, wow, they are marking that way further than I thought he got. I thought he got down for a 1-yard gain there.
I didn't think it was much, so it'll be a gain of 3 on the Chris Pyle carry. 2nd and 7, ball at the Bobcat 48-yard line. 4:51 left to go on the clock here in the third quarter, 15-15.
Well, and most importantly in that regard, the Cardinals have had the football for almost the entire third quarter.
Yeah, the Bobcats got a turnover on downs and then fumbled it away. It's the second time they've done that tonight. They're losing in the turnover battle, -1. 2nd and 7, ball on the Cardinal or on the Bobcat 48-yard line, and we're going to have a timeout on the field as Eudora and head coach Greg Webb will use those timeouts when needed.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just really interesting because, you got this home crowd and all their fervor and all their support for this team. And right when they're starting to get into the game, Greg Webb makes a tactical move to take them out and give his team a chance to collect their thoughts, collect their breath, and go back at it here again in a few seconds with 2nd down and 7. But really most interesting to me is that Greg Webb, as you mentioned, not shy about using these timeouts. We talked about this as he used all 3 in the first half in similar fashion. But right now you got to like what the Cardinals are doing because they've got 2nd and 7. They've had the football for almost the whole third quarter. But the problem with that is that they've got to start scoring points because we've seen how explosive the Bobcats are. And frankly, the Cardinals don't have that in their playbook. They just don't. So they've got to adjust, and they've really got to try and cash in on this drive.
Hey, everybody. Enjoy the weather this fall on one of the most legendary golf courses in the Midwest, Dubs Dread. Home of the $20 unlimited golf on Tuesday afternoons. Play the legend today. Call Dubs Dread Golf Club at 913-324-5005 or visit dubsdreadgolfclub.com. 2nd and 7. Ball on the Bobcat 48-yard line. Webb goes under center this time. 1 back formation. 2 receivers set near side. Hand off Cleveland. Rumbles and bumbles into the secondary. Big hit. And shy of the first down marker is Gabe Cleveland by a yard or 2.
Yeah, that's Jesse Hiss. He's not had the game he wanted to running the football, so he takes it out on Gabe Cleveland with that big tackle short of the first down marker.
Just short by 1 yard. It brings up 3rd and 1. Couple substitutions on the Bobcat side. As now Nick Cheney will check in. He replaces number 12 and Garrett Cayley. Handoff near side, pushing the Pyle forward. They pushed him back and he's shy of the first down. It'll be 4th and 1. But I think they're going to mark him on forward progress after he got the first.
Oh, I don't know about that. That was, wow, interesting call there. It looks like I was seeing a replay as Jesse Hiss once again lighting up Gabe Cleveland. And the officials award him forward progress, but I got to say, I don't see how he got the first down on that one, Aaron.
Fans not too happy with that call, but there's nothing they can do about it. 1st and 10 now. Ball on the Bobcat 40-yard line. 3:43 left to go, third quarter, 15-15. 3-back set, once again, everybody up on the line for the Bobcat. Handoff going to go Cleveland, left side hit as he tried to run and got back to the line of scrimmage. Where's Mark down?
Yeah, that's Tanner Garver just coming in and making a quick, decisive move from the linebacker position, which is so crucial, as we saw there. It gives him a chance to hit the ball carrier before he has a chance to get going.
The Bobcats have been much better on not biting on that first down throughout this third quarter of play. They'll bring up 2nd and 10 once again. Receiver on the near side part of your screen is Andrew Ballack and Zach Bagwell on the far side. 2 set back this time with Cleveland and Pyle. Screen pass over the near side to Powell. Powell trying to break a man and he can't do it. That's number 15 and Caleb Hiss wrapped him up.
Well, and Caleb Hiss has been quiet all night simply because, well, the Cardinals don't throw the football that much, but he saw his opportunity there and he was ready. Andrew Ballack could not shake him, and now he's shaken up.
Now the trainers are out on the field assessing Andrew Ballack. Remember, we said he had what appeared to be a broken foot. They were unsure if he was going to be able to go. You see him limping off the field now. That could be a huge loss for the Eudora Cardinals.
And it looks like the Bobcats are going to take a timeout, but a couple of huge plays here. The Gabe Cleveland carry goes nowhere. The pass out in the flat to Andrew Ballack loses 1 yard. So with all of that, the Bobcats are in very good shape if they can just hold Eudora here on 3rd and 11, although all signs point to an idea, or suggest rather, that Eudora would go for it if they get even a few yards here on 3rd down.
Nick and Jake's, real food, honest drink. Nick and Jake's, the proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com, located in Parkville, in the Parkville Commons and in Overland Park on 135th Street. Or visit them online at nickandjakes.com. Kansas City Command season tickets for the 12 Arena League football season at the Sprint Center are on sale now. Call 855-KC-ARENA. So the Cardinals will break the huddle as well as the Bobcats. Ball on the left hash mark on the near side. 2:53 left to go. So that running play to the near side is going to be really contained if they try to do that. Try and expect something on the right side part of your screen. 3rd and 11, ball on the Bobcat 42-yard line. They have 1 receiver split out each side, 2 set back with Hill as well as Cleveland. Handoff going to go near side. It's going to be a direct snap. Pyle has a hole. Grew ahead of him into the secondary and down at the 21 where he's dragged down.
Oh, and the fans are upset because Zach Bagwell might have got away with a holding call on the outside. Caleb Hiss was turned around. Bagwell grabbed his shoulder pads. Hiss did not have a chance to make that tackle on Pyle, and looks like there was a flag thrown.
Things starting to get chippy here at Keister Field. Where's the flag at? I don't see it.
I think it's obscured somewhere, but the official's signaling now that it is a hold. And they got him for it.
Holding on the offensive line. That's big. He's already 3rd and 11. Pushes him back more, and it pushes him back more towards midfield. Past the 45 to the 46.
So I guess this brings up a question we might get an answer to. How long on 4th down is too long for Coach Greg Webb?
Exactly.
Right now they're faced with 3rd and 16.
Especially now that they're even in Bobcat territory. Last time we saw them, they went for it on 4th at their own 45. At what point of the field do you have to be to punt it? Webb goes under center this time. 2 set back, split receivers each side. Everybody up on the line for the Bobcats. Rush in the backfield as Webb takes it himself across the 45 to the 43. Where's Mark dead? We're about 3rd and 10 or 4th and 10 on the 4th down.
You know, not too much doing on that run, but Greg Snell, the right tackle, really working hard and getting some good blocks in there. He sealed that corner for Webb, who then cut it inside. After that, not too much going, but they do pick up 4.
So the Bobcats now have taken their 2nd timeout of this drive. Leaves them with 1 left to go in the game.
Interesting decision. Obviously, Coach Hopkins has something he needs to talk over with his team, and I think we're going to get an answer to that question. Is 4th and 12 too long? I kind of doubt it at this point, as Coach Hopkins, I think, also doubts it, wants to have his team ready.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the home of high school sports, 810varsity.com.
This is Basehor Linwood football on the home for high school sports, 810varsity.com. And back to the action with Aaron Berlin and Jonas Nordman.
Welcome back to Keister Field. 2:29 left to go, 3rd quarter. 15-15 your score. Here, Eudora driving right to left. Big 4th down. They went for it on 4th down last time and failed. So they're 0 for 1 on it here in the 2nd half. Let's see what they can do. Punt formation. This one going to be taken low, booming punt. It'll bounce at the 16, work its way across the 15 as it takes a Eudora bounce, and it'll be down at the Bobcat 10.
And I think that's the right decision by Coach Webb. Go ahead and just kick the football and let it be. You know, your defense has done very well throughout the game with the exception of really just one big play from brother to brother, the Murphy twins. And just, you know, see what you can get from your defense when they've got the Bobcats 90 yards from pay dirt.
So the Bobcats will come out. This will be their second drive of the half. Their first one ended in a fumble by Jesse Hiss after he was battling for extra yards. They're -1 on the turnover battle so far today. First and 10, ball at their own 10. Shotgun formation this time as Hiss is to the right. 3 receivers set, 2 spread out far side. Hiss or Murphy drops back near side, throws over the far near side as the intended receiver is Ryan Murphy. Completed pass at the 20.
Oh, that time, that was just great protection. That's Andrew Lilich, the right tackle, making a great block on Nick Becker, giving Colin Murphy all the time he needs to complete that pass to Ryan Murphy.
That'll go for a Bobcat first down. So it'll be first and 10, ball at the 24. Shotgun formation once again. Murphy wants to throw. Play action pass. Rolls out far side. Has a receiver. Completed pass at the 35. Has the first down. And been battling for more, I believe, is Ben Johnson.
It is indeed Ben Johnson showing us what he can do there, catching the ball underneath, turning around, and picking up extra yardage. Another big play, and right now this offensive line is really impressing me. Even though the Cardinals are only bringing 4 pass rushers, they're not getting anywhere close to Colin Murphy.
This will be the third play of the drive, and they already have 2 first downs. They started on their own 10. Shotgun formation this time. Murphy rolls out far side, looking to throw. Steps into it, throws over the middle. Incomplete pass as it tipped out of Ben Johnson's hand and almost landed in the secondary of the Cardinals.
Yeah, Ben Johnson reaching out for that football. Murphy on the run, obviously not going to be quite as accurate as if he planted his feet. And they almost paid for it there as it went off the fingertips of Ben Johnson. Fortunately for them, nobody in the Cardinals secondary was ready to find that ball on the tip drill.
2 minutes left to go, third quarter of play, even ball game at 15 all. Neither team has scored here in the third quarter. Second drive of the half of the Bobcats. Second and 10, ball on the 35. Murphy's drop back, wants to throw far side, has a receiver. It's Tanner Garver across the 40 and pushed out of bounds at the 45. These quick routes that are to the sidelines are working so far for the Bobcats.
It's going to be just short of a first down, but once again, I think the Eudora Cardinals are a little bit too shy. They don't want to give anything up over the top, so they're being really, really sort of non-aggressive and allowing the underneath route.
They've already been hurt multiple times on the deep fade routes by the Murphy brothers. Strong eye formation set this time, 3rd and 2. Potter in the backfield. The quarterback keeper Murphy trying to string out to the far side, hit in the backfield and brought up short. I think they marked it forward progress, though, but he's still short of the first down.
Gabe Cleveland with a big tackle on 3rd and short. They tried to take one out of the Cardinals playbook there, running the quarterback sort of lead off to the side. Didn't get them the first down, but with 4th and so short, I think they're going to go for this one.
4th and 2 in their own territory. This one's dangerous. Both teams are taking risks. Trip receivers near side. High snap this time for Murphy. Rushes it up the middle. Has the first down into the secondary across midfield. And down at the Cardinal 46.
I can't tell if that was a design play or if Colin Murphy just made a really good decision in tucking the ball away and finding the hole, running for a good pickup in the first down.
They haven't seen him run it right up the middle today. That was the first time that his number has been solely called. Good play by the senior quarterback. 2 receivers set near side, 5 down linemen this time for Eudora. Clean pocket throw this time as Murphy throws over the far side. Ben Johnson, completed pass, still on his feet, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 and is down at about the 36.
Now he'll lose some of his forward progress because he broke a tackle and tried to get back upfield. Nevertheless, a good catch and a good throw. They'll have 2nd and short, Aaron.
Good strong throw that time by Colin Murphy. Man, has he been efficient here in the second half. 2nd and 2, ball on the 37-yard line. 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Bobcats really taking their time here on this one. This drive started at their own 10. Murphy drops back, hit in the backfield, throws it away, and it's an incomplete pass.
And they're going to throw the flag for grounding, although Jesse Hiss was in the area, but it also might be illegal contact because number 51 for the Bobcats touched that football.
Alex Schumann was also in the area. Put his hands out there to catch it. Let's wait and see what the official word is. 2nd and 2, they had the ball on their own 37-yard line. Murphy was rushed in the backfield, backpedaling. Couldn't get away from it, and eventually just threw it away. They're going to wave it off.
And they pick up the flag. Very interesting.
No foul. Remains 3rd and 2. Still Bobcat ball at the Cardinal 37. Murphy comes to the near side, gets the call from head coach Steve Hopkins. It was a dead ball. So they don't lose any yardage. It's good. Shotgun formation. As Jesse Hiss is to the right, Colin Murphy. And I think we're going to have a timeout Basehor, and that's all of them.
I think that's a good decision. I think you could see the team wasn't very focused while they're waiting for the officials to decide whether or not they're going to call grounding or an illegal touch. Eventually they called nothing, and I think it's a good decision to maybe get his team focused again because they are driving. You mentioned earlier, quarterback has been very, very efficient.
And we do have an injured player over on the Eudora sideline. We'll get official word who it is to you here in a second.
All right, the thrill of the touchdown, the excitement of the successful pass, all combined to remind us that state football championship games are only moments away. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, state championship playoffs will begin November 1st and conclude with the final games on November 26th. Attend the games, support your team, join the crowd during the final weeks of Kansas high school football beginning November 1st. For more information, you can call the Kansas State High School Activities Association at 785-273-5329.
32 seconds left on the clock, 15-15 your score. 3rd and 2 is the down. They need to get to the 35 for the first down marker. Bobcats just used up their final timeout. They don't have any left in their pocket for the 4th quarter. Everybody out there this time. Drew Potter is lined up as a tight end. The Santa man in motion will be Jesse Hiss. Takes it near side. Hiss trying to cut back up the middle, and he's short of the first down. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it could have been a little bit worse. I'll tell you, from up here, it looked like Trevor Hickman got away with a hold there on Alex Witten. And fortunately for the Bobcats, there was no call on that. Unfortunately, though, they've got 4th and short.
Austin Meekin was the lead blocker for Jesse Hiss on kind of that strung-out handoff. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers set near side, ball on the Cardinal 37-yard line. Belt high snap this time from Murphy. Rolls out, wants to throw. Going to take it himself across the 35 and hobbles his way to the 31 as he did a hip and a hop, and he fell down.
Oh, man, look at all the Cardinals lying in his wake. You've got Nick Becker, you've got Gabe Cleveland. All these guys that he either made miss or he ran them over. Just a determined run by a senior quarterback is what we just saw.
All time ticks away at the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll move on to the 4th, and the teams will change sides of the field. We got an exciting one here at Keister Field in Basehor, Kansas. Your score, 15-15. Both teams held scoreless in the 3rd quarter. Once again, you're listening to Kansas High School Football on 810varsity.com. Hey, Bobcat fans, check out the game night specials from Simple Simons. A free medium, 1-topping pizza with the purchase of a large specialty. Yes, a free medium pizza from Simple Simons with a large specialty. Carry out only, special only good on Bobcat football game nights. Call 913-724-4141 and place your order now, or visit us at BasehorSimpleSimons.com.
Now, moving into the 4th quarter, I think if you're Coach Hopkins, you've got to feel pretty good about where you're at, because you came back at the end of the first half, tied the football game, then you had a fumble that deflated you earlier in this 3rd quarter, but now you're driving, and you picked up a big first down on the legs of your senior quarterback. Now, the game's still tied, so it's certainly anyone's game, but the Bobcats got to be feeling good.
It's the 4th down of this drive. 1st and 10, ball at about the 32. Shotgun formation. Murphy calls his own number, strings it out to the far side across the 30 to the 29, and hit out of bounds. A big hit was applied by number 31, and Grant Stewart. 11:54 left to go as the clock stops on the out-of-bounds play. Basehor started this drive at their own 10 and then moved the ball very efficiently. 2nd and 5 on the 5-yard gain by Murphy. Bell high snap this time, going to pitch it to Hiss, and he's swallowed up. Breaks one tackle, breaks another one, has the first down, and is down at the 20 on the near side pitch.
Oh, and I really like that play call. You get the defense sucked into the middle of the field when it looks like quarterback Murphy's going to run with it, then you pitch it out. A nice little pitch to Jesse Hiss, who knows what to do with the football when he's running forward.
Goes for a Bobcat first down. Their 5th one of this drive. Ball on the 21-yard line of the Cardinals. They're moving the ball at a quick pace now. Lone setback is Jesse Hiss. Belt high snap for Mercy on the 1st and 10. Rumbles and bumbles near side, trying to get across to the 20 as he tried to get to the corner. Maybe got a gain of 1.
That's a big tackle by Alex Witten. This guy moves sideline to sideline really well. Really never gives up on the play, and it shows there as he makes a tackle after a very short gain. Now remember, Aaron, this drive started all the way at the 10-yard line. They have already put it 70 yards down the field. They got 20 more to go to pay dirt.
Let's see if they can do it. They've shown that they can convert on 4th down. High snap this time, quarterback keeper. Murphy takes it. Look, near side has a receiver and hits across the 10. Still on his feet, touchdown, Bobcat. How about that? On a high snap, fake handoff to Hiss. They bite him on the near side throw at the 10.
And that's just a great play in general, because what we get here is Jesse Hiss moving out of the backfield. None of the linebackers are prepared to pick him up. It's up to the safety, Zach Bagwell. And Zach Bagwell cannot tackle Jesse Hiss when he's running at full power.
No, he cannot. So with 11:02 left to go in the 4th quarter, these Bobcat fans' heart can stop pulsing as fast as it once was. 21-15, extra point awaiting. And it looks like the offensive unit will stay on the field, so they're going to go for 2. Shotgun formation. Murphy rolls out far side, has a blocker, and Potter throws to the end zone, incomplete pass.
And it's no good.
Now he was rolling to his right there, and once again the right side of the defensive front for the Cardinals does a good job of pursuing him and not allowing him to get comfortable and plant his feet. If he'd look back, now it's never advisable to throw across your body, but Jesse Hiss is wide open on the left side. That's a big failed 2-point conversion, as now their lead is just down to 6.
Exactly, an extra point opportunity could seal it if the Cardinals, they like to use a lot of time on the clock. We've seen drives as long as 5 or 6 minutes. We're still with 11:02 left to go. And certainly, if they're in a good groove, if they're keeping it moving, they can use all that play clock.
We've seen Eudora drives where they only go 30 yards and eventually punt it that have lasted 5 or 6 minutes. They know how to run clock. Here, they don't exactly have that advantage because they have to score. So probably see a little bit more urgency, if not on this drive, maybe the next Cardinals drive.
A loss and you go home. Basehor knew how it felt last year to go home after just one game in the playoffs. They're trying to extend their run here today at 10-0. Tyler Ogden will come on to kick it out. He's got Marcus Hill as well as Chris Pyle in the backfield. High end over and kick. They're going to kick it to Hill. Hill backpacking, and he drops it, and it's going to squirt out of bounds at the 12. Just hit him in the chest and fell down.
Yeah, he had his arms extended there, but didn't bring it in to his chest as you're supposed to do as a returner, and that'll cost him field position now. Looks like they're going to take it at the 12 or maybe the 13.
It's a big loss. Derek Webb, the senior quarterback, the son of head coach Greg Webb. They've had a sensational season. They got here by a 6-0 win over DeSoto last week in a thriller. This one's been a thriller as well as they put more points up on the board this week. 10:59 left to go. They'll start this drive on their own 13. Bobcat fans into this one. 6 down lineman. Ben Johnson's going to rush on the near side. Belt high snap this time. Webb takes it himself across the 20. Still on his feet. He's got an open field ahead of him. Across midfield is Webb to the 40, the 30, the 25. Touchdown, Eudora.
Wow. Looking for flags down on the field, and Aaron, I'm not seeing one. You look over that Eudora sideline, and they have just exploded. What a turn of events here. Just on the first snap, Derek Webb, not even sure how he got so free.
I don't even know how it happened. Touchdown, Eudora. 21-21, 10:46 left to go. Off the Derek Webb, quarterback keeper, up the middle on a high snap. So they'll come out and they'll try to kick the extra point. Now remember, Eudora does not have the greatest kicking game. Zach Blackwell is their kicker. He's already made one today. Fans chanting, block that kick. You know, Basehor's going to do everything they can. High snap this time. It's going to be fumbled in the backfield. Blackwell still on his feet, and he stops short of the end zone. I think I've seen everything in this game now.
Yeah, wow. And I guess the greatest part about this game, Aaron, is that after all these mistakes we've seen a team make, they've come back and had the other team make a mistake. We're tied now. So really, everything, it's a clean slate. There's like 10 minutes left to play or so in this game. And we're going to see in the next 10 minutes who's moving on to the next round.
Make sure 810varsity.com is your central hub at Playoff Central. Get live playoff brackets updated in real time, of course. Live scores and more. Your source for the playoffs, 810varsity.com. And be sure to get ready for the new revamped 810varsity.com for basketball and wrestling. Kansas City's new source for high school sports, 810varsity.com. Now, earlier in the night, we reported that Chanute was up 14-0 over Lewisburg. Winner of that game will play the winner of this game. If Lewisburg does win, Basehor or Eudora will host a home game on next Friday. If Chanute wins, though, each team has to make the 2-hour trek west.
Yeah, and that'll be tough on either team, really. Obviously, you'd prefer a home game, but both these teams, as far as I can tell, have really great supporting crowds, and it would be a huge blow if they had to go on the road to Chanute.
It's been a fun atmosphere here tonight here on 810varsity.com. Bobcats will work right to left. Blackwell comes on the kick. High, booming kick. It's going to be kicked to the left side part of the field. Taken at the 10, across the 20, still on his feet and tripped up at the 25 and squirts his way to the 27.
And it's Paul Ream on the return there, getting a good 15, 20-yard return just shy of the 30. And that's where the Bobcats will take over. Aaron, 72 yards to pay dirt.
They went 90 yards last time. It's nothing. Went 90 yards at a clip versus the third and fourth quarter. But talk about quick drives. Eudora went 88 yards on an 88-yard carry by Derek Webb. One play drive, one touchdown. Even things back up. Then a missed field goal opportunity by Zach Blackwell. Belt high snap for Murphy. This time pitches it to Hiss, who's hitting the backfield. Stopped actually by Tanner Garver, who was trying to block Gabe Cleveland.
Gabe Cleveland lost his helmet on that play, and I think that just goes to show how hard these guys have been hitting each other. I think I've seen Gabe Cleveland tackle Jesse Hiss at least 4 or 5 times. And on the other side of the football, we've seen Jesse Hiss tackle Gabe Cleveland quite a bit too. So these guys are really going hard.
It'll go for a loss of 3. 2nd and 13, ball on the Bobcat 25-yard line. Working right to left. 21-21, 10-20 left to go, fourth quarter. Bobcats waiting around, and they're going to show shotgun formation. Drew Potter is alone setback to the right side of Colin Murphy. Belt high snap this time. Murphy steps up, wants to throw, fires one over the middle. Incomplete passes, it's tipped and intercepted. It was tipped in the hands of Jesse Hitz and was intercepted by number 2, Andrew Ballack.
Really just an incredible display of athleticism as Andrew Ballack able to go up and snag that ball out of the air with one hand. The kid has a heck of a vertical jump, and he really used it there to get that football. Tough break for the Bobcats because that was a beautifully thrown ball into a tight window by Colin Murphy.
And Olmo suddenly shifted his attention to the Eudora Cardinals. It's their third turnover on the night. Bobcats -3 in the turnover margin. 1st and 10, ball of the Bobcat, 46-yard line. Cardinals working left to right. 2 setback formation this time as Webb goes under center. And I think we're going to have a timeout. We do. On the 1st and 10, it'll be a timeout, Eudora. Interesting call by Greg Webb.
Well, Greg Webb realizes that for the first time all game long, he has a distinct advantage right now in the fact that he has a touchdown lead. And he, of course, well, actually, I stand corrected, the game is tied. Oh, my. Let my mind slip there. But, of course, Greg Webb and the Cardinals have a distinct advantage now having the football in Basehor-Linwood territory. And after that deflating interception, they've got a real opportunity to take command of the game.
The Kansas City Command season tickets for the 2012 Arena Football League season at Sprint Center are on sale now. Call 855-KC Arena today to get your tickets and order them. This has been an exciting one. Back and forth all the way through. Both teams didn't score in the third quarter, but they each have a touchdown here in the fourth. The momentum has certainly shifted to the Cardinal side. Bobcat fans on their feet trying to keep their team in it. Eudora has looked impressive so far here today. 10-10 left to go on the clock, 21-21, 1st and 10, ball on the Bobcat 46-yard line. Everybody up on the line, handoff going to go Cleveland left side, into the secondary, still on his feet, and brought down into the first down marker, close to the 30-yard line.
Just another big run for Cleveland.
2 back-to-back big runs for the Eudora Cardinals. Right to the Bobcat 31. Basehor came into this game 5-0 at home on the year. But they are just 1-1 at home the last 2 years in playoff action. Left to right of the Cardinals. 1st and 10, ball at the Bobcat 31-yard line. Offset I formation. Handoff going to go quarterback keeper. Webb tries to hollow and he's hit at the 30 and brought down.
That's another nice tackle. Josh Stillion getting in there and taking the airborne Webb and knocking him back down to the turf. That's a big tackle because they really needed that. And after it looks like the last 3 runs by the Eudora Cardinals have reaped tremendous benefits.
Bobcats need to stop right here. 2nd and 10, 20 seconds left to go on the play clock as the Cardinals break the huddle. Bobcat defense already ready as they're going to show 6 on the linemen. They're going to show 2 cornerbacks blitzing. 3-back set. This time it's going to be a pitch to Pyle, who rumbles and bumbles, goes for the first down, but he's going to be shy to bring up 3rd. Be 3rd and short. Pyle got across the 25 and down at the 24. You need to get to the 21 for the first down. Be 3rd and 3. Big 3rd down right here for the Bobcats. There's number 52, and Nick Cheney hustles off the field.
Yeah, he's being replaced by Jake Phillips.
Intense game here so far. 8:45 left to go. Big 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Ball on the Bobcat 24-yard line. 2-back set this time. Offside I formation. Handoff Cleveland. Hit in the backfield. Breaks the tackle. Cuts back up middle. Has the first down across the 20 and down at the 18.
And Dalton Mellies, who's been so good all season, really just barely missed that tackle there around the ankles of Gabe Cleveland. And unfortunately for the Bobcats, it's a Cardinal first down.
Will be a first down, the 3rd one of this drive. 1st and 10. Ball on the 18. Cardinals huddling around. A win today puts them in the Elite 8 of the Kansas Class 4A District Championship bracket and 1 step closer to Salina. A team that went 9-1 on the year is threatening to take out a powerhouse in the last couple of years in Basehor-Linwood. 3-back set this time. Pitch going to go to Webb. Takes it himself, trying to get to the cross side. He's hitting the backfield and brought down. Jesse Hiss was on the tackle. Jesse Hiss, the young man that plays on both sides part of the ball, is being recruited by Colorado earlier in the year. The bruiser and a halfback. Brother Caleb Hiss also plays on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's been a real pleasure watching him play, especially on the defensive side tonight. He's had a lot of big hits on sort of his counterpart for the Cardinals, Gabe Cleveland.
So we're at 7:40 left to go. 4th quarter, 21-21. Cardinals threatening. Bobcats need to try and hold them to a field goal. 2nd and 9. We're going to have a timeout by Craig Webb. Remember, the Bobcats don't have any. They used all 3 of their timeouts in the 3rd quarter. And head coach Steve Hopkins used them wisely because it got him a touchdown. But turnovers have been costly. They have been the story of this game. They have hurt Basehor exponentially.
Right. The Cardinals, of course, have 2 turnovers, technically, one of them a turnover on downs. And then beyond that, they had thrown an interception. One thing about the interception, though, is it was thrown down the field and it actually ended up being like a punt in a lot of ways. So the 2 fumbles have really, really been momentum killers for the Bobcats.
Was it a punt, though, as good as Ben Johnson has been with that right leg? Johnson had about a 50-yard punt earlier in the day.
That's right. Ben Johnson has given us all sort of a clinic in punting, and I appreciate that. Always nice to see a guy who can punt a good football.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. Ball on the Bobcats 17-yard line. Eudora driving left to right. Need to get to about the 9-yard line for the first down marker. At that point, it would be a 1st and goal. Webb's going to go under center. He's got 1 setback, and Chris Pyle. Pyle directly under him, about 2 yards deep. Handoff Pyle right up the middle, and he's hit. And doesn't get anything out of it. It'll be 3rd and long.
A big tackle by Colton Stevens, it looked like, making his way up the middle. And just a big hit. Chris Pyle goes nowhere.
So here we go. Clock continuing to tick. Tick, 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 tick on the 3rd and 9. No gain for Chris Pyle. Big 3rd down right here for the Bobcats. They need to hold him because you know they're going to go for it on 4th. Greg Webb doesn't shy away from it at all. Under 7 now as the play clock stands at 12. 3rd and 8. Ball on the Bobcats 17. Webb wants to throw, throws it over the middle, has a receiver, touchdown Eudora. The Gabe Cleveland touchdown over the middle, goes for 6.
And that's what happens when your safety routinely creeps up into the box. You lose that extra guy over the top, puts more pressure on your cornerbacks, and right there, Gabe Cleveland ran the route very well. Derek Webb knew he was right where he was going to be. A great play call at just the right time for the Cardinals.
They missed the extra point last time. And I think they're going to bring out Zach Blackwell once again. They're going to trust him. Well, he didn't get a chance to kick it last time. It was a high snap that wasn't taken well. Derek Webb will hold it. High snap this time going to be taken low, and it just goes over the crossbar, and it's good for 7.
That is just about the closest to a missed extra point that actually went through that I've ever seen. Nevertheless, it gives the Cardinals a 7-point advantage. And the thrill of a touchdown, the excitement of a successful pass, all combined to remind us that state football championship games are only moments away. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, state championship playoffs will begin November 1st and conclude with the final games on November 26th. Attend the games, support your team, join the crowd during the final weeks of Kansas high school football season, beginning November 1st. For more information, call the Kansas State High School Activities Association at 785-273-5329.
So the touchdown by Gabe Cleveland makes it a 7-point game in favor of the Eudora Cardinals. Remember, the Cardinals are visiting here on the home of Keister Field on the campus of Basehor Linwood High School. Bobcats will work right to left as they take this. It'll be Paul Ream as well as Skylar Ross back deep. Ream took it last time on the left hash mark, and they're going to kick it to him again. Ream backing up into the end zone, going to let it bounce. It'll be a touchback. Good decision by the young man.
Well, the Bobcats have showed us in this half that they can move the football down the field. They had a 90-yard touchdown drive. Now they've got an 80-yard situation in front of them. I wouldn't put it past them to put one in the end zone here.
This has been a prolific offense. They've averaged over 40 points per game. Getting into the end zone is not new for them, but it's been an issue. Turnovers have cost them so far today. 3 turnovers on the offensive side of the ball. They're going to start out 1st and 10 on their own 20. Trip receivers near side. Murphy, bell high snap, throws over the sideline. Ben Johnson, low throw, incomplete pass.
Ben Johnson incomplete.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, and that's one that they're going to need to complete. Ben Johnson, very good, running that little 10-yard comeback route near the sideline. It's one that they might have to use later in the game without timeouts, using the sideline, and nevertheless, I think they'll probably get it next time.
28-21, 6:47 left to go, 2nd and 10. Belt high snap this time from Murphy. Slings one over the middle, has a receiver and Ben Johnson, pushed down and then some after the extra yard.
And that's going to move the chains. A wonderful completion. This time a very good, very accurate, strong throw from Colin Murphy. Ben Johnson knows what to do with those.
Good, strong throw by the senior quarterback. Remember, this could be his last game, as well as many of these other seniors. Jesse Hiss is a senior. Drew Potter's a junior. Skylar Ross is a senior. Shotgun formation once again. 3 receivers near side. Murphy, play action pass, rolls out near side. Rush in the backfield, still on his feet, looking downfield. Going to take it himself across the 30 and tripped up down to the 34.
Murphy tripped up and
Colin Murphy can really do it all. He uses his legs there, signals for a blocker to help him out. Marcus Hill, though, makes a nice tackle to prevent him from picking up too much yardage after the 5-yard gain.
They're going to move him further along than I thought. They're going to give him 5 on the first down carry. 2nd and 5 on the quarterback keeper. Ball at the 36, trip receivers near side, moving right to left. Murphy wants to throw, has a receiver, and Tanner Garver across the middle, breaks one tackle, across the 40, cuts back up midfield to the 45, and down right there.
Just a brilliant move after catching that football by Tanner Garver. And you can see that was Gabe Cleveland who whiffed on the tackle, and he is upset as right now Andrew Ballack trying to console him.
So it'll be first down, 5:55 left to go. Clock resumes after the move of the chains. 1st and 10, ball on the 45, moving right to left. Twins receivers near side. Potter in the backfield, serving as a blocker. Throws over the sideline to Ryan Murphy, still on his feet as he hobbles out on the left leg. Down into Cardinal territory.
Well, the Cardinals need to do something defensively here. They're bringing a 4-man pass rush, which has been effective on and off. But whenever Murphy's just dropping back in the pocket directly, it's not been quite good enough. He always steps up, makes the accurate throw.
Another first down for the Bobcats, and they'll move the chains once again. Fans on their feet trying to get the crowd into it, keep the players into it. This is a big game. 5:40 left to go, 4th quarter. Bobcats trail 28-21. 1st and 10, ball on the Cardinal 45-yard line, moving right to left. 2 receivers out far side. Ryan Murphy, the lone receiver on the near side. Potter, the blocker on the backfield. Murphy, strong pocket, rushed as he throws. Ben Johnson had it in his hands, and he dropped it at the 40-yard line.
At that time, we see a mix of good coverage down the field, and eventually Nick Baker able to break free, put some pressure on Murphy, and it results in an incompletion.
Murphy had all the time in the world to throw on that one. Ben Johnson just couldn't corral it in his hands. Johnson even wears those gloves that are made for extra grip and to keep your hands warm in the cold. Once again, Jesse Hiss on setback now to the receiver's far side. Belt high snap for Murphy. Throws a little bubble screen to Potter. Potter breaks one tackle across the 40. He's on his feet, comes back up to the middle, and crawls his way to the 35.
And looking at that play, it looked like Jesse Hiss had some room out in the flat over there, but instead they come left. Screen pass complete to Potter, who made a great move to make Zach Bagwell miss, pick up the 5 extra yards.
And guess what? He's got the Bobcat first down. So they'll stop the clock and move the chains once again. 28-21, first and 10 for the Bobcats. Ball on the Cardinal 34-yard line. Hissel on setback, 3 wide receivers out wide. Murphy, belt high snap, wants to throw, fires one over the middle, completed pass across the 25 and down at the 23. It's Ben Johnson.
And Ben Johnson may have caught the pass there, Aaron, but if I had to give an award on that play, it goes to Jesse Hiss. Great job picking up the blitz in the backfield, and because of that, Colin Murphy had time to complete the pass, and the Bobcats pick up a first.
The Cardinals are getting pressure on the Bobcats. Murphy has had limited time to throw here in these last couple of plays. First and 10, ball on the 23. Handoff right up the middle, quarterback keeper by Murphy as he works his way across the 20 and maybe squirts to the 19. So 4:48 left to go, clock still going, tick, 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 tick. 2nd and 7, ball at the 20 is where they'll mark it. Going to go shotgun formation once again. They're moving the ball quickly, 28-21. Remember, they don't have any timeouts. 3 receivers set near side. Murphy wants to throw, steps up into the pocket, throws over the middle, incomplete pass. As Ben Johnson tipped out of his hands, but there was good coverage by the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that was just a dangerous throw there. He had coverage, and there was not much of a place to throw that football. Tried to squeeze it in the window to Johnson, but in the end, it was broken up by Jordan Ballack, the older brother of Andrew Ballack.
Big third down right here for the Bobcats. 3rd and 7. They can't settle for a field goal. They need a touchdown. 4:28 left to go on the clock still, but they don't have any timeouts to stop the clock. Shotgun formation, hisses to the left side. Murphy goes in motion from right to left. 2 receivers set far side. Murphy wants to throw, going to throw a fade route into triple coverage. Intercepted right at the 1. It's intercepted by Andrew Ballack on a fade route to Ryan Murphy. That's big.
That is big. The good thing, I suppose, for the Bobcats is despite the fact that they threw a pick there, Cardinals have the football at the 1. Backs against the wall. Still some time left on the clock, but really, in my opinion, not enough air under that football as the safety is able to come up, and Andrew Ballack has his 2nd pick of this game.
Bobcats scored in the beginning of the 4th quarter. And then the Cardinals responded with a big 88-yard run by their quarterback, Derek Webb. They also scored on a Gabe Cleveland touchdown over the middle. So you're right. They're blocked up inside their own end zone. 1st and 10, ball on the 2. Everybody up on the line. Tanner Garber showing blitz. 3 down linemen. Webb still in the backfield. Maybe got a gain of 1. They might have got a safety out of it. They're saying they got a safety. Fans on their feet. Head coach Steve Hopkins is holding up his arm.
And I think the football might have gotten loose, Aaron.
Let's see what the official call is.
Well, the officials are reluctant to make one. They're going to say he was down by contact just outside of the end zone, Aaron.
They're going to say that could be the call of the day. 3:56 left to go, 2nd and 11. 20 seconds left to go on the game clock. Cardinals taking every little bit of time they can. And that's wise on their part. Ball is on the 1. Bobcats, everybody up on the line, trying to get the safety. Webb goes under center. 1 setback is Chris Pyle. Handoff goes left side, may have got a yard. And they're pushing forward, and he wanted forward progress. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, Gabe Cleveland once again. This time they run off the tackle, pick up about a yard, but now they've got 3rd down. And what I'm really interested to see here, say they get no gain. 4th down, they got to punt it out of the back of their own end zone. That is a scary play.
It is indeed. 20 seconds left to go on the game clock. The precious seconds ticking away for the Bobcats. 3:10. Fans really into this one. The students who are on the left side part of the grandstand are hopping up and down like this is a basketball arena. 7 seconds left to go on the game clock. Under 3 minutes left to go. 2:38, 3rd and 9. Handoff far side. Cleveland has a blocker hit inside the 10 and brought down. Be 4th down and a couple.
Oh, they got some yardage there, which will really help them here because they're going to have to punt the football away. I don't think Greg Webb is crazy enough to go for it here, Aaron, so they're going to punt it away. And it looks like, if my math isn't too incorrect, the Bobcats should get it with about 2:15 to go.
Christian Blake is a man back deep inside the Cardinal 40s, right about the 39. Could use a big return. Jared Ireland is the kicker. High kick, gets it away, and it's a good one. High and over in, spiraling kick. It's going to bounce at the 50, take a Bobcat bounce, and then it takes a Eudora bounce, and we pinned inside the 40 and a roll to the 38.
And to me, I can't tell if it's a coaching decision or if the returner made a mistake there, but he needed to be deeper on that. You want to keep the football in front of you and not let it go over your head.
Indeed. So 2:11 left to go. The Bobcats season is on the line. 28-21 your score, 2:11 left to go, fourth quarter of play. Bobcats will have the ball. It'll be 1st and 10. See where they mark it. Be a first down, right between the 40 and 50-yard line, right at about the 37. 38, correction. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers set near side, 3-man rushing for the Cardinals. Murphy rolls out far side, wants to throw, fake throw, pump fakes, now looking back up the middle. Gonna take it, he slips at the 35 and down at the 36. Actually lose yardage on the play. Clock continuing to tick.
There was some nifty moves there by Colin Murphy looking downfield. Looked like he was looking for Ryan as Ryan was trying to get over the top on the safety. A loss of 3.
Cardinals playing prevent defense, trying to avoid the long pass. Shotgun formation once again, belt high snap. Murphy wants to throw, fires one over the middle, has a receiver, completed pass across the 40 and down at the 45.
Well, now the Cardinals using the old lay on top of the down carrier until the referees make you get out, trying milking the clock.
They're going to have to take a shot downfield here and soon. 1:28 left to go. These passes over the middle aren't going to work. 3rd and 6, ball at their own 42-yard line. 3 receivers set near side. Murphy rolls out, looking downfield, wants to throw, has a receiver. Ben Johnson catches it out of bounds inside Cardinal territory at the 47.
Really, really impressive throw there. He got enough on it to give Ben Johnson separation. Then Ben Johnson does a great job watching his feet, making sure he gets it in bounds, and then stepping out of bounds to stop the clock.
Now once again, the clock stops when the chains move. So it'll be 1st and 10, clock stopped at 1:16. Now the clock has resumed. 28-21, Cardinals on top. Shotgun formation, hiss to the right of Murphy. Belt high snap for Murphy this time. 3-step drop, wants to throw a Pate Funk. Now going to throw over the middle as a receiver. And Tanner Eudora at the 30, still on his feet, and falls forward to the 25.
Beautiful pump fake. Marcus Hill had no chance. The only mistake made on that play is he didn't get enough under it. Otherwise, that could have been a touchdown.
Tanner Garver, the junior receiver at just 6'1", probably makes the biggest catch of his life right there. He moves the chains once again. Clock stopped at 1:08. Now it resumes. Belt high snap from Murphy. Rolls out far side, rush in the backfield. He needs to get away from this one. And he throws up a prayer to Ben Johnson. Incomplete pass as he had it in the end zone.
We have a flag down, Aaron.
The flag is thrown in the area, pass interference. And if so, that would be huge.
Absolutely. The flag now being picked up. And Aaron, it was a dangerous throw, but Ben Johnson one-on-one, not a bad bet. Johnson nearly came down with it.
Waiting for the official award, and they're going to say it's against the offense, and fans cannot believe it.
And it's unbelievable. I simply didn't see anything. I saw 2 guys jousting back and forth. To me, there shouldn't have been any call.
Well, it backs up the Bobcats once again. Penalties have killed them as well as turnovers so far here in this one. 59 seconds left to go on the clock. They're under a minute. It will be first down, though. But they're going to be backed all the way up past the 40 and at the 41 of the Eudora Cardinals. Bobcats 10-0. A threat of a loss here ruins their perfect season and ruins their season in general. Twin receivers out far side. Tanner Garver lines up on the near side. Murphy, 3-step drop, wants to throw. Rush in the backfield, hit. Going to keep on his feet, and he's down. He's down inside Bobcat territory, and they need to hurry up. Under 50 seconds left on the clock on the sack. They're still going. They need to get this thing going. 45 seconds left to go. 28-21. Maybe a spike will do it. Jesse Hiss now trying to get in formation. 35 seconds left to go. Murphy, belt high snap, wants to throw once again. Going to throw up a prayer. His brother Ryan Murphy, completed pass right at the 30, and he dropped it when he was falling down, and fans want a flag.
And now that's where we needed to see a flag, because what happened there, Colin Murphy, no chance the defender's going to take that one away. Murphy went up for it, got hit in the back, and I think that's why he dropped that one.
28 seconds left to go. They're 55 yards away from the end zone, and they need to get there. Eudora fans on their feet, Basehor fans on their feet. This one came as advertised. Game of the century might have been LSU Alabama. This one has been the game of the year for high school football. 28 seconds left to go. Bell high snap for Murphy. Play action pass, rolls out far side, rush in the backfield. Gonna throw, right-handed throw, throws it up. And it's gonna be an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass for Basehor. On the 4th and 38, it'll be a turnover on downs. And that ends their season.
And really just a wild turn of events in the end, and people are going to wonder after this game, Aaron, did the officials get too involved by calling offensive pass interference on an incomplete pass, no less?
I think they did, but I'm not one to criticize officiating.
And then beyond that, of course, the incompletion on the sideline to Ryan Murphy. Not clear from here whether or not he had dropped it or didn't step in bounds, but both of those were just drive killers. And now the Cardinals looking to take a knee and move on to the state playoffs.
So with 22 seconds left to go, the Cardinals will show victory formation as Derek Webb takes a knee. And that does it. Basehor didn't have any timeouts. Final score here from Keister Field, 28-21. Bobcats fall for the first time this year. Their season over.
And, you know, a nice round of applause from the fans here as they recognize what a tremendous season this team had. And even tonight, maybe things didn't go their way on every possession. They lost a few key fumbles, but really you could see it. This team is a classy football team, a very talented and skilled football team, and it's just unfortunate that their season's ending now. But of course the Cardinals, they came in here to hostile territory and did everything right that they needed to do to win the football game. So hats off to the Cardinals and respect to the Bobcats.
Basehor goes 10-1 on the year. This is their long loss of the year, and it does it for them for the year. For Eudora, they will advance to next Friday's matchup that is still yet to be determined. Chanute, as well as Lewisburg, was playing a game that was kicked off at the same time. If Chanute wins it, they will travel to Chanute to carry that game. For the Bobcats, tremendous season, tremendous senior class. Couldn't really do it without them.
Well,
Colin Murphy, Jesse Hiss, Skylar Ross, Dalton Mealy is the leading tackler. Ben Johnson's just a junior. Ryan Murphy, all of them. Garrett Cayley. There were 22 seniors on this team. You can't name them all, but they all know their role. I was talking to head coach Steve Hopkins a couple of weeks ago, and he said one thing about this senior class is they're like a Bill Self basketball team. They all are willing to sacrifice their talents for the better of the team. And that is what I saw throughout the season. I think that's what everyone sees here in this grandstand here today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a team that is well coached. They've got a good, they've all got good heads on their shoulders. They know how to play the game of football. And just because they came up short tonight, you know, they should hold their heads high because they did a lot of great things this season. And really, this game was, I think the thing that hurts most about it for them is that this really is a game that they could have won. They were on the cusp of tying it there at the end, and maybe a controversial call pushes them back, and then a big sack for Eudora. The big sack was Matthew Gadberry, and to me that was just when things were a little bit out of reach, when the game got pushed too far away for the Bobcats to get hold of it. But as you mentioned, both these teams now 10-1 as the Cardinals win, the Bobcats fall. I think the Cardinals now, after this game, have got to be a favorite in the 4A state championship.
Basehor Linwood came in ranked number 8 in the 810varsity.com top 25 poll presented to you by the Kansas City Command. They were number 1 in the Kansas City small class. Eudora was number 5. So this isn't a bad loss at all.
No, this is a matchup of two teams. If these two teams played each other 10 times, alternating home and away, I wouldn't be surprised if they went 5-5. These are two teams. They're very, very well coached, play very well, and this time Eudora just came out on top. But really, just a coin flip. I think it could have gone either way.
Final score is 28-21. Bobcats fall. Eudora advances to next Friday's matchup, either between Lewisburg or Chanute. They'll wait to see where they play. They could have a home game, and they could also have a road game. For Ian McLean, it'll be in Chanute. Chanute just won, so Eudora will travel west to play Chanute on their home field in the Elite 8. 28-21, your final score for Ian McLean. My name is Aaron Berlin. This has been a great 810varsity.com production. We hope that you stay with us through the basketball season. Again, one more time, make sure 810varsity.com is your central hub for the playoffs. At Playoff Central, get live playoff brackets updated in real time, and of course, live scores and more. Your source for the playoffs, 810varsity.com. Be sure to get ready for the new revamped 810varsity.com for basketball and wrestling. Kansas City's new source for high school sports, 810varsity.com. Your final score here from Keister Field. Eudora advances. They win it 28-21. This has been an 810varsity.com production.